I took a solo road trip through the mountains. I wanted some time away from everything. Just me, my thoughts, and the open road. I was driving late one night when my car started sputtering and eventually died. I managed to coast to the side of a desolate road, completely cut off from civilization. My phone had no signal, and it was pitch black outside. I remembered passing a small town about 10 miles back, so I decided to walk there and look for help. After what felt like hours of walking, I finally saw a faint glow of lights ahead. As I got closer, I realized it wasn't a town, but a single house. It was an old, run-down farmhouse, but at that point, I didn't care. I just needed a phone. I knocked on the door, and after a moment, a middle-aged woman answered. She looked startled to see me, but eventually invited me in. The inside of the house was even more decrepit than the outside. The wallpaper was peeling, and the furniture looked like it hadn't been touched in decades. She offered me some water and let me use her phone. I called a tow truck, and they said they'd be there in about an hour. While I waited, I made small talk with the woman. She seemed nice enough, but had an odd way about her. Every now and then, she'd glance at a closed door at the end of the hallway with a nervous look in her eyes. I asked her if she lived alone, and she hesitated before saying yes. About half an hour later, I heard faint shuffling noises coming from behind that door. I asked her if she was sure she was alone. She laughed nervously and assured me it was just the house settling, but her eyes told a different story. Follow for part 2.